let's have a look at this. It looks like a little bit of wrestling. 6 of one half and dozen of the other, I think you can say, but Bensabini got the decision. And Honda just got on with it.
The Algerian fans will be definitely worried seeing their players going down already. One has already left on, injured. Key player in that matter.
Very much so. His 5th Nations Cup. Bensabini played every minute of the final in 2019 when Algeria saw off Senegal. A big looping goal from Baghdad Bouneja. After just 2 minutes, and afterwards they shut up shop. And they lifted the title for the first time in nearly 40 years. And Mali cannot keep it in on that far side. As the Congolese supporters begin to find their voice, which we haven't often heard in the game so far, but perhaps there's growing belief amongst their number.
Yeah, the team started pretty well in the second half, definitely. If for a fan, you will have that belief that, okay, now we want to change gear and we are surging forward in the second half.
Siddiqui, Abdelli, nice idea from him. And Zidane-esque pirouette of course, it didn't come off. Elia down the left-hand side, up against Mondi. Corner goes to the Congolese, and as Daniel was saying, they have started well. The Leopards, 9th on the African continent, and Algeria 3rd. Bongonda. Taken quickly, room here to deliver the cross from Elia. Deep it goes, Mondi with the header away. And it is another Congolese corner in front of their supporters who are bouncing up and down behind the goal as Bensabini down again. That's a good bend, good delivery, wasn't it?
Very, very good delivery, but he was there. He doesn't want to take no chance. He got the ball off danger. But the Congolese, saw Algeria. They went for a slip on a split 100th of a second, and they had a short corner. And you can see there were 3 Congolese players on 1 player, and they brought in that cross the way they should.
Bensabini is down once again. Well, the Algerian response from the supporters is impressive, which means that we have a terrific atmosphere inside this Moulay Al Hassan Stadium, hosting its last game today at the tournament. It's an intimate arena. Africa building more and more stadiums without running tracks on the continent, and it's so welcome, Daniel, isn't it? Because of the atmosphere it generates rather than having those running tracks around. They're kind of killer to the
atmosphere is very, very compact. Our slogan say we play different. We don't play different only on the field, we play different in the stands when it comes to fans. And you can see the beautiful colors of from the fans that the African, and this is a president of Congo, isn't it? And it's incredible that he stands from the first whistle till the last whistle.
It is incredible.
And we had a talk earlier and said, let's see if it goes 120 minutes, if he will be able to stand for that 120 minutes on penalties, if it goes to that.
A lot of mental strength, I would have thought, to hold that position for so long.
Definitely. That's how passionate a fan can be. That's what football brings, in this our continent.
It certainly does. And then the Congolese. Did you ever play in Kinshasa in the Stade des Martyrs, 100,000 capacity?
No, I never did, but I watched a couple of games there, and I've seen how passionate, they are out there. Football is religion in Africa.
Yes. It certainly is. I've never been there. I would love to observe it.
We went for
an atmosphere it must be.
We went for alleged games that the stadium was jam-packed.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
I can.
A stadium of 60,000+.
100,000.
And it was jam-packed. They love their football out there.
They certainly do. They produce some top quality teams as well, at club level as well. TP Mazembe, champions of Africa many times over the years. Congolese also winning the African Nations Championship over the years. That's the tournament in Africa for players based in their own domestic leagues. They have produced some top talents. They do have the record scorer at any Nations Cup in Malumba Undai, who scored 9 in a single edition in 1974. Corner comes in, a little bit of space at the back for Mbemba. Striker goal, brilliant block. Udawi, who else? These 2 irresistible forces, Mbemba and Udawi, came together.
That's a player that you wouldn't want that ball to fall on his feet. If it fell on a player like Kabumba or Sandigi, he'll have definitely done a different would have been a different story right now. But you can see the pressure now coming, from the Congolese. They keep mounting it.
And Mbemba tends to deliver when it matters. And he can score some fearsome goals. Ainuri with a header away. Amoro with a touch and then driving forward. He needs players to support him. Mazza in the middle. Shaibi coming up as well. And he plays it into Fares Shaibi. Shaibi into the middle. Headed away. Elia slows this down and looks for support. He's only got Bakambu ahead of him. That was wayward. Adeli picks up Bakambu, thought he had won the ball. The Egyptian referee disagreed, and that's a free kick. It goes Algeria's way for the first time.
That's a foul.
Over eager.
That's a foul. The football has opened up now. The game has opened up. It's end-to-end football that we're seeing from both teams.
So into Murray.
See the Algerian now trying to kill the pace of the game because the Congolese, they've seen that the Congolese are pulling out threats.
But his skill around the corner.
That was a chance. I can say if it was an attacking play, he will have dunked, the defender and have a swing with the left foot. You can see it.
We've got to praise the defending, surely.
No, definitely. No, he's my man. I mentioned him in the beginning of the game, because when I saw him play the way he was playing in the right game in the group stages, my mind just clicked. I was 17 years old when I played in the 90 Cup of Nations, and I saw Bellomi, and I fell in love with Bellomi, and from there on, the number 14 comes to play.
Okay, Belloumi, who was, before this tournament kicked off, the joint top scorer in Algeria Nations Cup history. But he has since been surpassed by Mahrez, with whom he was level. Mahrez now 9 goals, all 3 that have taken him clear of Belloumi, one of the greats of the Algerian game. This tournament as Bakambu just goes off.
Sebastian is getting ready to do a substitution for Congo.
Mbuku, who is coming off. Elia, the man who goes off. So it's a wide man for a wide man. Mbuku.
I will say it's too early. Give him 70-75 minutes, because you never know. The game might go extra time, and he's doing very well. It's not like he's not performing.
And they've made the change, and into Sabra, I'm sure the Congolese trust. He's played in all 3 so far. Mbuku, the 23-year-old, based in class in the second tier with Montpellier. From Augsburg in the Bundesliga. He scored against Botswana last time out as well. Ainuri might get the better of Wan-Bissaka. It's an Algerian throw. Past the hour mark, and still it is a game of remarkably few chances. A very tactical and cagey affair continues.
That's what the round of 16 brings into play, and the only easier game that we saw that Nigeria dominated yesterday, that doesn't look like it's a game of the round of 16.
Yes, Nigeria.